A lot of us are interested in medicine, and some of us choose to pursue it at university or a similar course. So why are we not taught about the father of modern-day medicine? Why are his works no longer referenced? Let's learn more, shall we? More than 1,000 years ago, long before modern hospitals, antibiotics or medical schools, a remarkable man, Ibn Sina, laid the foundations of medicine as we know it today. Known in the West as Avicenna, he became one of the greatest physicians, scientists and thinkers in human history. His works influenced doctors for centuries and earned him a place amongst one of the most important medical minds in the world. Ibn Sina was born around the year 980 CE in the region of Bukhara in present-day Uzbekistan. He showed extraordinary intelligence from an early age. While most children are learning basic reading and writing, he was already mastering mathematics, philosophy, astronomy, and medicine. According to historical accounts, he memorized the entire Quran before reaching adulthood, and his hunger for knowledge seemed endless. It was as a teenager that he became fascinated by medicine. Unlike scholars of his time, Ibn Sina believed that observation and practical experience were essential. He spent countless hours studying patients, learning from physicians, and examining illnesses firsthand, and his reputation grew quickly. By the age of just 18, he was already recognized as a skilled doctor, and his talents eventually brought him to the royal court. When a ruler became seriously ill and other physicians failed to cure, Ibn Sina was called upon. He successfully treated them, and as a reward, gained access to one of the greatest libraries in the Islamic world. There, surrounded by thousands of books, his knowledge expanded even further. Around the early 11th century, he began writing a medical encyclopedia that would change the course of history. The work became known as Al-Qanun fi at-Tibb, the Canon of Medicine. The Canon was far more than a simple medical book. It was a complete system for the understanding of the human body, disease, diagnosis, treatment, and pharmaceuticals. Spanning over 5 volumes, it organized centuries of medical knowledge into a clear, structured format. And for the first time, physicians had access to a comprehensive guide that combined medical theory with practical treatment. The first volume explained the principles of medicine and the functions of the human body. The second described hundreds of medicinal substances and their effects. The third and fourth volumes examined diseases affecting different parts of the body and discussed methods of treatment. And the fifth volume focused on complex medicines and pharmaceutical preparations. What made the canon truly revolutionary is Ibn Sina's emphasis on observation and evidence. He carefully described symptoms, distinguished between different diseases, and encouraged doctors to study patients systematically. Many of Ibn Sina's ideas were centuries ahead of their time. He recognized that diseases could spread through contaminated water and soil. He emphasized hygiene and cleanliness. He discussed the importance of clinical trials to evaluate treatments. He even explored connections between emotional well-being and physical health. These concepts may sound similar today, but in the 11th century they were groundbreaking. The influence of the Canon of Medicine spread rapidly across the Islamic world. Eventually, it was translated into Latin and introduced to Europe. There, it became one of the most important medical textbooks ever written. For more than 500 years, students and physicians relied on Ibn Sina's work. Universities across Europe and all over the world used the Canon as a standard medical textbook. Generations of doctors learned medicine from its pages. Its impact was so great that some institutions continued teaching from it well into the 17th century. Few scientific books in history have remained influential for such a long period of time. Now, Ibn Sina was much more than a physician. Throughout his life, he wrote extensively on philosophy, astronomy, mathematics, chemistry, and logic. Historians estimate that he produced over 200 works. Many were written as he travelled through political unrest, changing governments, periods of imprisonment. Even under difficult circumstances, he never stopped learning or writing. When Ibn Sina died in 1037, he left behind a legacy that would endure for centuries. His ideas crossed continents, languages, and cultures. His writings helped preserve and expand medical knowledge during a crucial period of human history. Today, modern medicine has advanced far beyond the world Ibn Sina knew, yet many principles he had championed, such as careful observation, evidence-based treatment, hygiene, systematic medical education. Now, more than 1,000 years after his birth, Ibn Sina is still remembered as one of the greatest physicians who ever lived, and his masterpiece, the Canon of Medicine, still stands as a powerful reminder that knowledge has the ability to transcend time. I actually found the Canon of Medicine on the Internet Archive on archive.org. I'm going to read it and tell you about interesting things I find in it in future videos. I've put a link for it in the video description, just in case any of you are interested. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Also share this video to your friends if you like it, and write in the comments section what you want me to do a video on next. Until next time, friends.